Think about it. If a small pill for your headache gives you instant relief but slowly puts a burden on your liver, kidneys, and heart, would you call it a medicine or a poison? This is why thousands of years ago our sages gave us a philosophy of life called Ayurveda, the science of life. Book and author background. This book teaches us that true health is the balance of body, mind, and soul. The author explains that Ayurveda doesn't just cure diseases, it prevents them from ever happening. The biggest message is that prevention is better than cure. Chapter 1. The body is a temple. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to meet God? You'd immediately bathe and get ready, your heart filled with devotion as you climb the temple stairs. And the moment you stand before the idol, a strange peace would spread within you. But have you ever realized where the real temple is? Ayurveda says your own body is the real temple. Think about it. If a temple is dirty, full of dust, and its walls are cracked, would you find peace there? In the same way, if our body is full of diseases and we don't take proper care of it, our soul can't find peace. In your childhood, you must have seen your grandmother or great-grandmother wake up early to clean her body first. She would massage it with oil and take walks in the fresh air. She didn't see this as a luxury but as a responsibility, because she knew that the body is the home of the soul. And if the home starts to crumble, the one living inside can never be happy. Today we live the opposite way. We scroll on our phones all night, sleep in late, and then rush out after a quick cup of tea or coffee. The body keeps giving us signals, fatigue, stomach aches, or headaches, but we ignore them, like we're closing our ears to a temple bell ringing. Once, there was a man who had a lot of money. His business was big, and he was famous, but his health was so poor that he would get out of breath climbing stairs at night. The doctor said if he didn't change his habits soon, he would face a big risk in a few years. That day, the man thought to himself, "I kept my office building sparkling and my house like a palace, but I turned the temple of my body into ruins." From that day on, he started taking morning walks, adopted a light diet, and slowly, his body changed. Today he smiles and says, "The real investment should be in your body. Everything else comes after." We all make the same mistake. We get our car serviced on time and immediately buy a new phone cover if the old one breaks, but we ignore our body. If the body breaks down, everything else is useless. If you consider your body a temple, you will give it time every day. Just as you light a lamp in a temple, do a little exercise every day. Just as you clean a temple, eat food that cleanses your body from the inside. Just as there is peace in a temple, practice meditation to keep your mind calm. Ayurveda teaches us this very thing. The body is not just a frame of flesh and bones, it's a sacred place. The soul resides here, and the soul will find peace only when the body is strong and balanced. So, make a promise to yourself today. You will take care of the temple of your body. You will not fill it with dirt, laziness, and bad habits. Because when the temple is bright, light will spread in your life. The body is your most precious temple. Don't neglect it. Give it love, attention, and keep it healthy. Only then will every experience in life give you true peace. Chapter 2. The balance of the 5 elements. Have you ever wondered what our body is made of? Ayurveda says it is not just a framework of muscles and bones, but a unique universe made up of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. Just as the universe is run by these, our body is also governed by them. Think about it. When it rains, the earth smells wonderful. The earth and water together give new life. In the same way, when the balance of water and earth is maintained within us, the body feels healthy and strong. But as soon as there's a lack of water, the skin becomes dry and joint pain begins. This is the body's signal that the balance is being disturbed. A child played games on his mobile all morning and forgot to drink water. By afternoon, his head felt heavy, and he couldn't concentrate on his studies. His mother just gave him a glass of water, and after a while, everything was fine. This is the miracle of the water element. Even a small deficiency can disrupt the entire system. Now let's talk about the fire element. Fire is not just the fire outside, It is our body's digestive power. When the digestive fire is right, food becomes nectar, but when it's weak, the same food can feel like poison. You might have seen someone feel heavy even after eating a light meal. This is a sign that their digestive fire is weak. The air element is in our breath. We can live for a few days without food, but it's impossible to survive even for a few moments without breathing. Why do we feel instantly refreshed when we walk in the cool morning air or take a deep breath? Because the air element fills the entire body with life force. If it becomes imbalanced, stress, anxiety, and restlessness increase. The space element is considered the most mysterious. It's the empty space within us. Be it the chambers of the heart or the space in the brain, everything is a form of the space element. When the mind is clear, the space element is also calm. But when the mind is full of hatred, anger, or stress, this element becomes imbalanced and directly affects the body. The 5 elements together play the music of life. Just as if one instrument in a band goes out of tune, the whole music is ruined. If even one element in the body becomes imbalanced, health deteriorates. Ayurveda teaches that maintaining the balance of these elements is true health. The right diet, right sleep, right emotions, and a connection with nature keep these elements in balance. When we maintain the balance of the 5 elements within us, life becomes easy and happy. The body is a small form of the universe, and the universe always gives us the message that balance is the greatest power. Chapter 3. Food is medicine. There's an old saying, as is the food, so is the mind. This is not just a saying, but a truth of life. Ayurveda tells us that food is not just for filling the stomach, it is our real medicine. Imagine if we put dirt in a temple. Its sanctity would be gone. Similarly, if we put the wrong food in the temple of our body, disease will come on its own. You must have seen that when a child eats too many chips and cold drinks, they get stomach aches and become irritable. On the other hand, if the same child eats fresh fruits, a smile appears on their face, and they have more energy for playing. This difference is just because of the food. The power of food is so profound that it works faster than medicine. Grandmothers often used to say, if you have a cold, drink turmeric milk. If you have gas, eat ajwain. These home remedies teach us that the real medicine is hidden in the kitchen. Today, we consider fast food a part of modern life. But think about it. The same burger that gives 10 minutes of pleasure puts a burden on the body for years. On the other hand, simple things like khichdi or green vegetables make the body feel light and the mind calm. There's a story of a man who was constantly troubled by fatigue and headaches. He kept going to the doctor, but the medicines only provided temporary relief. Finally, he decided to change his diet. He stopped eating oily and spicy foods and adopted fresh fruits and vegetables. In just a few weeks, his face began to glow, and the old fatigue disappeared. He understood that the real cure was not in medicine, but in his food. Food changes not only the body, but also the mind. If you eat fresh and sattvic food, your mind will remain calm. If you eat heavy and oily food, irritability will increase. This is why Ayurveda calls food medicine. If we choose our food wisely, we can avoid disease. Remember, medicine works when the disease has already arrived, but the right food prevents the disease from coming in the first place. This is the biggest secret of true health. Chapter 4. The importance of routine, dinacharya. Imagine if the sun never rose on time. What if it rose at 10 in the morning one day and afternoon the next? Wouldn't the rhythm of the entire world be disrupted? Trees, animals, and humans would all be troubled. Nature's greatest quality is its routine. The sun rises and sets on time every day. The moon also comes at its set time. Seasons change on a fixed schedule, and this rhythm keeps life balanced. Ayurveda says that just as the balance of the universe depends on routine, the balance of our life also depends on routine. If our daily routine is right, both the body and mind will stay healthy. In childhood, You must have seen that grandmothers and great-grandmothers would wake up before sunrise. They would bathe, pray, and then do their day's work in a rhythm. This is why small illnesses couldn't even touch them. Today, our biggest problem is an irregular life, staying up late at night on the phone and then sleeping late in the morning. Breakfast is sometimes had, sometimes skipped. Meals are sometimes on time, and sometimes junk food is eaten in a hurry. The effect of this irregularity slowly accumulates in the body. Fatigue, irritability, obesity, and diseases are all results of this. There was a young boy whose job was very busy. He would sleep late at night and rush to the office early in the morning. After a few months, he started having constant headaches, and the doctor said his body was getting weak due to lack of sleep and a bad routine. That's when he decided to change his routine. He started sleeping on time at night, waking up early to take walks, and eating his meals on time. In just a few weeks, he felt his headache had disappeared and his energy had doubled. A routine doesn't just mean fixing the time to wake up and sleep. It includes the time for meals, exercise, work, and rest. When the body knows when it will get food, when it will rest, and when it has to work, it balances itself accordingly. This is why people with a good routine have strong health and mind. Think about it. If a train runs on time, passengers travel comfortably. But if the train arrives at any time, everyone gets troubled. The body is like that train. The routine is its timetable. If you want to make life easy and happy, first fix your routine. Sleeping on time, waking up on time, and eating on time seem like simple things, but they hold the biggest secret to health. Chapter 5. The Balance of the Mind. Have you ever noticed that when the mind is restless, the body also starts feeling ill? A small problem feels like a mountain. On the other hand, when the mind is calm, a big difficulty feels easy. This is the magic of the mind and the power of a balanced mind. Ayurveda says that the body and mind are two sides of the same coin. If the mind is troubled, its effect will be seen directly on the body. Stress will increase, and sleep will fly away. Worry will make the stomach upset. Anger will increase headaches and blood pressure. There was once a school student who was very good at studies, but would get so stressed before exams that he would fall ill. His mother would repeatedly explain, "Son, the balance of the mind is more important than studies." Finally, he started meditating. He would take deep breaths for a few minutes every day and calm himself. Slowly, his fear disappeared and his results also improved. This is the power of mastering the mind. We have all felt that words spoken in anger break relationships. But if the same thing is said with a calm mind, the relationship deepens. This means the balance of the mind is not just necessary for health, but for every relationship in life. In today's fast-paced life, the mind is the most affected. Office stress, family responsibilities, and social media pressure all imbalance the mind. This is why mental illnesses are increasing rapidly today. But the solution is not complex. The solution is a little awareness and practice. Just as we eat and exercise every day to keep the body healthy, it is also necessary to practice keeping the mind balanced. Meditation, pranayama, gratitude, and a positive mindset all make the mind strong. Think about it. When you wake up in the morning and take a few deep breaths and tell yourself that today will be a good day, the entire day's experience changes. On the other hand, if you wake up with stress and worry, the whole day feels heavy. The effect of the mind is so profound. Look at another example. A man would always get irritated over small things. Fights at the office, anger at home, and his body would get sick repeatedly. The doctor said, "You need peace more than medicine." The man started yoga and meditation. In a few months, his nature changed and his health improved. He understood that the real problem was not outside, but in the imbalance of his mind. If the mind is calm, life becomes easy. If the mind is restless, life becomes a burden. So learn to master your mind. Just as food is necessary for the body, peace and balance are necessary for the mind. Remember, A healthy mind is the real key to a healthy life. Chapter 6. Natural Healing. Have you ever wondered that when we get a small cut, the wound heals on its own without any medicine? This is not a miracle, but the power of nature itself. Our body is born with the ability to heal itself, and this is the real basis of natural healing. Natural healing says that disease should not be suppressed, but eradicated from its root. And what is the root? The root is our bad habits, wrong diet, irregular routine, stress, and distance from nature. When we go against nature, diseases catch us, and when we return to nature, health returns. Once upon a time, a man was constantly taking medicines. Headaches, indigestion, and fatigue had become a part of his life. But when he adopted natural healing, everything slowly changed. He started walking in the sunlight in the morning. He began eating fresh fruits and vegetables. He drank plenty of water throughout the day and went to bed on time at night. In a few months, he realized that the diseases he had been taking medicine for years had slowly disappeared. This is the true power of nature. Natural healing teaches us that sunlight is the greatest medicine. Fresh air gives new energy to every part of the body. Sitting on the earth removes toxins from the body. Water not only quenches thirst but also cleanses the body. These seemingly simple things are the real cure. We often think that treatment means expensive medicine and hospitals, but the truth is that the real cure is available to us for free every day. Morning sun, cool air, clean water, green vegetables, and a little peace. All of these together make the body so strong that disease doesn't even come near. Think about why small children are so energetic. Because they play in the open air, they run in the sun, they get their hands dirty in the soil. Their body remains connected to nature. As we grow up, we lock ourselves in the four walls of a room, and this distance makes us weak. Natural healing reminds us that if we want a simple and healthy life, we must connect with nature. Not a lot of medicine, not a lot of expense. Just give the body what it wants: fresh air, clean water, nutritious food, and a calm mind. The real cure for disease is not outside, but within and in nature. If we return to nature's lap, life will automatically become balanced. Remember, nature is the greatest doctor, and its healing is the truest healing. Chapter 7. The Power of the Soul. Have you ever felt that a person can still stand when everything is against them? The body breaks, situations worsen, but an inner voice says, "Don't give up." This is the power of the soul. Ayurveda says that the body is made of earth, and the soul is the flame that gives it life. When the soul is strong, a person smiles even in the most difficult situations. And when the soul becomes weak, a small problem feels like a mountain. There's a story. There was an old farmer in a village. He was over 70 years old. Working in the fields was not easy for him. But whenever someone asked, "Baba, how do you do all this?" he would smile and say, "I have little strength in my body, but a lot of strength in my soul." This is why he would reach the fields before sunrise and every day and return after working until evening. The passion of his soul was his fuel. In all our lives, there comes a time when situations are against us. We don't get a job, relationships break, dreams remain unfulfilled. At that time, the body gets tired, but the soul lifts us up. It says that this is not the end, there is a way forward. Think about Mahatma Gandhi. He had no army, no weapons, his body was weak, and he had illnesses. But his soul was so powerful that it shook an entire empire. This is the true power of the soul. In today's fast-paced life, we have forgotten to listen to the voice of the soul. We adorn the body, try to sharpen the mind, but we don't take the time to calm the soul. And when the soul is restless, life feels empty. You don't need much to strengthen the soul. Just a little practice, a little prayer, and a little gratitude. Sit quietly for a few minutes every day, take deep breaths, and look within yourself. Slowly, you will feel that there is immense power inside you. Once, a young man asked his guru how to become strong. The guru smiled and said, Strength is not in the hands, it's in the soul. When the soul is firm, the hands start working on their own. And when the soul is weak, even a strong body gives up. The power of the soul gives us the courage to move forward in life. The body is limited, situations keep changing, but the power of the soul is limitless. If we recognize the soul, no challenge in life can stop us. Remember, real strength is within, not outside. Chapter 8. The Path to Freedom from Disease. Disease is not just a weakness of the body. It's a sign that our lifestyle has gone wrong somewhere. Ayurveda believes that diseases don't come suddenly. They gradually arise from our wrong diet, stress, and unbalanced routine. Think about a man who is constantly troubled by headaches and stomach aches. Taking medicine would give him a little relief, but the problem would return. Then he changed his habits. He started waking up early, walking in the fresh air, eating a light and sattvic diet, sleeping on time, and meditating. In just a few weeks, his body felt lighter, and his mind became calm. This is the real path to freedom from disease. The cure for every disease is hidden in nature. Sunlight gives energy to the body, water purifies it, and yoga and pranayama stabilize the mind. When we give the right direction to our routine and our thoughts, the body starts healing on its own. The lesson is that freedom from diseases is not in medicines, but in our habits and lifestyle. If we align ourselves with nature, a healthy and balanced life becomes our natural right. Friends, Ayurveda does not teach us to just fall ill and get treated. It teaches us to make the body, mind, and soul so strong before any disease arrives that it can't even come close. Remember, your lifestyle is more powerful than medicine. If you change the way you eat, sleep, and think starting today, believe me, you will not only live a long life, but a healthy and happy one. If you found this summary valuable, please like the video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Because next time, we will talk about more such life-changing books.